Okay, bingo. All right, hold on. Let's see if if it's live. Yep, we live. Wow. Okay, let's do this. Edit privacy. All right, my man, how you doing, bro?
All right, doing good.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey everybody, Rabu Gary here. I'm here with my man Gerald Wilkinson, and I said that right, right?
Wilkerson, same. It's good.
Wilkinson. Okay, cool. I was trying to get names right. Um, Gerald is one of our ring earners with UIGI, and actually, he's part of the first group that achieved the ring. He's already has his ring, but we just haven't had a chance to get around to an interview, and I'm glad we're getting it done now. So the one thing, and folks have watched some of the interviews that we've done, we just have a great group of people around us, man. That's a phenomenal thing, and that's one thing I'm happy about because we have winners, and you're a winner too, man. So I appreciate you making the time available to get this interview done. It means a lot.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Wonderful. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. If you wouldn't mind, so folks can get a chance to know you, because there may be people listening right now that have something directly in common with you, and we can connect them with you so they can get involved with UIGI. But your background, married, kids, where you're from, what you do for a living, all that good stuff.
Okay, so engineer, went to Clemson University.
Okay.
In the automotive industry, work at BMW, called with a test planner. Basically responsible for your wheel alignment and headlights, make sure they work for you good. So when you're driving and so you can see. So divorced, but I got 2 daughters and 3 grandkids, and then host of nieces, nephews, godchildren, all of that. Trying to think what else, basically in general. All around guy, love to travel. That's my main thing. Travel and family. Yeah.
Well, look forward to see you in a couple of days in Cancun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. So UIGI, man. So heck, you've gotten a ring already. So I'm assuming you've been on board for maybe a year and a half.
Yes. Yeah, right around there. I basically got introduced first with Daisy, and then of course, more or less got into UIGI more of that's around August, September timeframe.
Okay, cool. And how'd you find out about us?
Friend of mine, ex-coworker, John Sullivan, he actually told me about it. Told me, hey, you got this guy you need to check out and listen to. We've done a couple things in the past. So he told me, hey, you really need to listen to this guy. I said, okay, I'll check him out and listen to him.
Oh wow, he showed you some of my videos.
Yeah. I seen some of that. I think it was a video. I think you were still or you were talking about your masterclass things.
Oh.
And when I seen your video and I heard when I heard your story, that's what got me and resonated with me, because of course, being in the MLMs in the past and network marketing, and when you told me you had been there, and not that you were bashing them, but you seen a different way, and that's what really talked to me and spoke to me there. So that's what hit me, and I was like, I can feel that, because like I said, yeah, I've done a few of them in the past, nothing negative about them, because they were all good things. Yep. But it was a different sort of mentality and different sort of work.
Yeah, and it's funny, you and I were just talking, both of us were part of prepaid legal services.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's kind of, I kind of like joined Amway. No. I joined, it's crazy. I remember I was invited to a ACN meeting. And I joined ACN for like 2 days, and then I asked for my money back because I didn't know what it was.
Understood. Oh, yeah.
And then I got invited to a meeting to a company called the Tax People. Okay. I got involved with that company. They went out of business the next day. Dude, I spent $249. They went out of business the next day. It's an MLM company. I was able to cancel the check and get my money back on that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm never touching this thing again, right? And
but then it keeps drawing you.
Came about.
It draws you in.
Oh man. But like you said, man, I have nothing bad to say.
No.
Made great relationships.
Mm-hmm. Learned a lot. Like I said, a lot of the training is what you can use toward any company or any everyday life episode.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I'm sure it has helped you in your profession.
That's correct. That's correct.
It's helped me in mine. And how are you enjoying the master class? The ring earners get the master class.
I haven't had to, or excuse me, I haven't had a chance to really look at them in detail. But of course, from the information I heard, I really need to dig into it. It's just life has been busy lately.
I know how it
So
goes.
that's that. But yeah, as far as the information that I hear back from either John or some other people about information that's in them, I really need to just dig down and do it.
Yeah, you'll be glad you did. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. Well, hey, let's jump on into this UIGI interview.
Okay.
So, a couple of questions I want to ask. So been around for for quite a while. You're a ring earner, which I'm very excited about that. You'll be in Cancun. We'll get a chance to recognize the new ring earners.
Yes.
So here's the thing. How's the environment with UIGI, from a perspective that you had a chance to be in MLM and obviously you do well for yourself. I'm sure you're around groups of people. How would you describe the environment?
I actually like it. Like I think I heard one of the other ring earners say, it's multicultural, which is what I like. And it's not, it doesn't, put anybody, push anybody away or anything like that. And from everything that I've had to deal with so far, when you have a question, like I said, other than stuff you don't really try to dig into yourself, everybody's been pretty helpful and help lead you away. Because, sometimes people just know more than you do. And there's no problem asking for help. It's just sometimes you need to help yourself before you ask, but still, yeah. But being around the culture has been good.
Well, it's funny you said that because we had some moderators, and the moderators would tell you, I asked them so many questions. They're like, "Do you know anything?" But I try to figure some stuff out myself. But yeah, we do have an environment where people are ready to help. I get it. So with the phases, so obviously you've been around since Daisy, and I love Daisy. And even though we're diversified, we have a whole bunch of things in there. Everybody has their little happy one, I guess. If you would say you had a favorite phase, what would you say it is?
Right now, I'd say probably FX winning. So, or any of the MetaTrader 5 things. Yeah. So it's one of those. Just it just keeps pushing along.
I call them rock steady Freddy.
Exactly.
Man, those things are on point.
Yes.
And you know what you're gonna get. Don't drop, it goes up, and it compounds. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Yeah, absolutely. FX win, and like you said, anything that's associated with the forex. But now have you dibbled and dabbled in Daisy's forex yet?
Yes, I actually looked in there yesterday just to see, because I heard everybody talking about how it's been doing. So I looked in there yesterday actually. So I gotta dig into it a little more. But yeah,
I looked at one of our group members. They sent me a screenshot. They're up 71%.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, they're up 71%. So that's something you might want to play with.
Yeah,
it's pretty powerful. Wow. So 1/3 rule. Always got to ask that in our interviews. Have you started to implement it? Is it working for you? Cool.
It's working now. Like most people, I think, have already said too. Hard head makes soft bottom. So hey, basically you got to learn first. So yeah, at first, I put in, not really big money. So then I said, of course, I'm gonna let it compound, let it do its thing before I do some kind of, implement the 1/3 rule. But
gotcha.
In a couple situations that didn't work out too well. So now I'm starting to work that out more.
But one of the key things, and again, I'm big on people erasing debt. But one of the key things I believe with the 1/3 rule, and this is just me, is to take some of that cash out for yourself. You know what I mean? And obviously, putting it in another platform so it could grow. And that's why I've been here. A lot of people like, I'll put money in, but then I got to go to platform. I get it, and it's good. But it's also, taking some out to go to a nice dinner or whatever, that doesn't hurt either.
Exactly.
And that's one thing, I predicate success on is little tiny simple things, and it helps along the way. Wow. So here's one. I like to ask this question as well. If someone, well, even better yet, how's this?
Okay.
Based on your success with UIGI, have you reached out to folks, here and there, show them what you're doing? How's the environment? Because you won't believe mine, but how's your environment when you're reaching out to folks telling them about UIGI?
little bit 50-50. And I put it this way, because one thing I always say, I said, impress yourself instead of, instead of trying to impress others. If you impress yourself, others will notice.
Wow. That's
So basically the thing is, so don't even try to press people. But the funny thing is, I was inviting some people to UIGI,
okay.
and one of my cousins got involved, and she was like, "How do you know Rabu Gary?" I said, "Huh?" She said, "You're a member of UIGI," and I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I haven't never met him, but I've seen him, talk to him, things like that." She said, "Well, my husband knows him. They went to Rutgers together, Dial." And so she
Diaz.
said, and yeah, yeah. And she said, yeah,
Wow.
that she said they've done business in the past and stuff like that in the past. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's one that, like I said, you start noticing that people notice you doing things, and you never notice that it may not come from you. It may come from a different source where they basically, it gets hit to them. But yeah.
I just saw them at the concert. Did they tell you?
No, I haven't talked to her in the last week or so, but yeah.
Yeah. They came to the concert, the UIGI concert we had in Atlantic City.
Okay. Now I got to call
They got
it.
called. Yeah. Wow. Yo, that's crazy. So, and with me, right? And I have family members who I love them. They love me. I'll babysit their kids. They babysit my kids. They will entrust me with something as precious as their kids, right? But because I'm not a financial analyst, because I'm not a financial advisor, because I'm not none of those things with licenses behind their name.
Yeah.
And I respect this. They'd rather talk to their financial advisors and all that other stuff,
Of course.
getting information from a social club.
Of course.
They're like, hey, y'all a social club. I'm like, okay.
Okay. So it's Facebook, but you join. But anyway.
Oh wow! See, you just dropped 2 nuggets. So wow, I love it. And impress yourself before you can impress anybody else. I'm still like,
Oh yeah, no problem. Hey.
Wow, this is good. So for a brand new person who's looking at UIGI, they're looking at it, they're not sure. And two-part question, and a person who's involved. Okay. What would you say to them?
A person that's getting involved, I'd say one, mainly just take a look at it. There's no pressure, and that's the biggest thing that people think when you come to them. There's always pressure. Oh, what do you want me to do? What are you trying to do? There's no pressure. Just come look at it, and of course, it's gonna do what it needs to do for you anyway. It's nothing that you need to do to make it work for you. And that's the biggest thing I do like about it, even with the people that's already involved, is that it's not like the traditional MLMs or anything like that, where it's not an MLM in general. It's just a social club. But the thing is you don't have to pull and drag anybody to do anything. You basically show and share, and they basically see it for themselves. So with the people that's already involved, implement the 1/3 rule.
Okay.
Keep plugging and playing, because it's literally, like I said, if you put it on your vision boards, you put it in your mindset, it's going to come to you regardless. Just keep pushing.
Wow. And here's a question I asked you. And I get a chance to ask folks this. I am sure, and again, and I asked this because we both were MLM. And the thing about MLM, again, you look behind me, there are tons of books and audios and stuff that we, that's in our spirits, right? And then relationships, you dropped a couple of names. I dropped a couple of names earlier. We both smiled when we thought of those people. Exactly. We're probably still in contact with. It's just one thing, and nothing's guaranteed. In the MLM space, the majority of people just won't make the money that they desire to make.
Correct.
I'll say that. Correct. Because people get involved with these platforms not to make a little bit of money. They get involved and make a lot of money.
Exactly.
Because that's what they see on stage and in the magazines and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, and it's no fault to MLM. It's just, it typically just doesn't work out that way. But here,
it works out.
Oh man. If 97% of people in MLM don't make money based on the FTC, 99% of people in our social club make money.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would say the only ones that don't is the ones that just don't get started.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
Wow. Yo, bro, it's been great to interview you, man. I appreciate you being available.
Okay, no problem. Appreciate you.
No problem. For those who are looking and you're watching right now, if you're interested in UIGI, reach out to Gerald. He's been around for a minute. He's a ring earner with us. And actually, he got the ring on during the first group. Okay. So he's not new to this thing. And you know, your ring appraised for about $2,000.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, so it went up. Okay. Okay.
Up. So yeah, that bad boy is a little bit more than it was when you got it. So
Okay. Okay.
that's a big deal. And so,
Okay.
yeah, reach out to him, inbox him, let him know you're interested in UIGI so he can get you started. He knows his stuff. Obviously, you can tell from the interviews, he's a sharp gentleman, and he'll be a great asset for you to get rolling with UIGI. And so, hey, bro, it's my pleasure, man.
Appreciate it again. Appreciate it again. Like I said, I'm giving you this again so that way you won't mess it up. Don't try to impress people. Impress yourself, and people will notice.
Don't try to impress people. Impress yourselves, and people will notice. Bang, I'm on it.
There it is.
All right, man. Travel safely. I'll see
I
you.
appreciate it. See you soon.
All right. Peace.
All right.